Hi fashionista, hi my lovely people and my fashion lovers. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for viewing also. So today, if you are just viewing my channel, my name still remain SYDDY'S. You can just call me CD. So thanks for viewing, and as you are viewing, don't forget to just subscribe so that you learn more on my channel. Thank you, and also give me some thumbs up to encourage me to do more. Yeah, today I just want to show you something we are all familiar with, or I believe there are some people that are not yet familiar with it. It's just a flare sleeve. How to cut a flare sleeve. Before you can cut your flare sleeve, what you need is your basic sleeve. You have to have your basic sleeve first. So the circumference of your curve, the curve of your sleeve, determines the measurement of the curve of your flare. Let me come again. Before you can cut your flare sleeve, as in after cutting the flare sleeve I'm teaching you today, is just the one that you need to put at the circumference of your arm, which is the circle of your arm, which is the curve, the sleeve curve, the curve of your sleeve measurement. So what you do is that you measure the circumference of the sleeve, which is here, which is the circumference of your sleeve here. You measure it. I normally like a flare sleeve, especially when it is long, to start from here, and even the one I'm cutting now start from here. You understand? So, and it is a long flare sleeve. The total length of the sleeve is what, 21. So I'm using this length of this sleeve here as 22 inches, as 12 inches rather. So, and the flare we are cutting is two-step flare that we are cutting. So the first one will be 10, while the second one will be 7 inches length. The first one is 10, while the second one is 7 inches. And if you are cutting that, what you need first is your basic sleeve, which I've cut the pattern down already. I will try and drop a video on how to cut a basic sleeve. So the circumference of this curve here determines what you are going to use the curve of your flare to do. Are you getting me? The circumference of your curve here, when you measure it, it may be 12, it may be 13, it may be 14. So that circumference here determines what you are going to use to make the curve of your flare. So now this is 6 inches here, because the curve of this person is 12. That will give you 6 inches. This is 1 inch you're going to use to hold it, which is the allowance of the sleeve. So let's get started. So now, for me to cut the sleeve, all I need is just to take this material. I don't need to start disturbing myself too much. All I need is just to fold it into 4. You are seeing me. You see the material. Are you seeing it? I folded it like this, 1. Also folded it like this, 2. Then I make sure it is well placed. Are you seeing it? Then I fold it like this also. That's very easy to cut your flare sleeve. You determine what is here. What is here now is what, 12.5 and quarter. This is 12.5 and quarter. Let's notice this too. This is 12.5 and quarter. And what we want to use for the length of our flare is what, 10 inches. Let's measure our 10 inches. Wow, this will be too much for the flare, curve of the flare. Okay, let's determine what will give us the curve of our flare first before getting what will give us before getting the length. The curve of this person is 12 inches. You know what I folded here is, I folded the 2 sleeve already at once. I did not cut it one by one. I folded the 2 sleeve already once. So let's just, so that it won't look too technical to us. Let me just cut this out so that it won't be a waste. When after folding it, this is 12 and quarter, and I also made this to 12 and quarter. Let's just cut the 12 and quarter out. So I've cut it out that way. So now I want to get what will give me the circumference of 12. So now take my tape. This is 2.5 inches, and you know this is folded into 4, which makes it 8 inches, as it makes it 8 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is working for the 2. You know, 4 corner flare, 1 year, 1 year. So I calculated it. What I need, I'm looking for, this is 2.5. If you add 2.5 into 2, that's 5 plus another 2.5. We can simply use this because after cutting it may still become wider. That will give us that 6 inches we are looking for. This is 1.5. 1.5. It's giving us almost close to 2, almost close to 3 inches. Are you seeing it? See? When you cut it out, it is a flare. It will surely come down to what you want. Are you seeing it? And some people also do it this way. I prefer doing it this way because I understand it better this way. So now, then I'll take my measurements. I want to make it, the length of the flare is 10 inches. But I want to add ½ inch because I'm still going to turn this with door face and also join it. So I don't want to make it too long so that if the person is using a wristwatch, it will also show the wristwatch too. So let me just use 10.5. Let me round it. 10.5. Please make sure you watch this video fully so that you understand the cutting very well. 10.5. 10.5 or 10.5, anyhow you understand it. So this is so now this is it. Then you cut it out. Always cut at the back of your chop. The lace is somehow hard. And simply cut it. So after you put your scissors here, I've cut it out. Are you seeing it? When you put your scissors here, you cut the tip of the mouth out. If you want to make your flare more excess than this, whether you want to put a pleating or you want to make a gathers, you add another additional inches to what has given you the length, the circumference of the curve of your sleeve. So you make it like now this one is 1.5. Are you seeing? This one is 1.5. You can simply add 1 inches to it, making 2.5 or 3 inches, or you make it 3 inches instead of 1.5 inches. So it will give you flare at the tip of your sleeve. So this is it now. Let's open it and calculate how many is there. So this gives us, you can see, this gives us 6 inches. You see, it gives us the 6 we are looking for. Can you see? And it is 2 flare sleeve we cut at once. Are you seeing it? We cut the 2 flare sleeve at once, which we are going to be cutting 2 layers of this. But the second one will be what? 7 inches. So that it will be a little bit up, as in a little bit upper than the first sleeve. It will move up than it. So let's cut the second one. So I hope you understand the way I went about cutting this. So let's cut the second sleeve. You still go back to the way you did the first one. You are doing it the same way. Are you seeing it? What I did the first time was I took my cloth like this, close it up 1, then also fold it in. You can see this is I fold it in by 2. I then fold it into 4. Are you seeing it? Then I folded it into 8. So easy. Are you getting it? So I don't want to, you know, this one was 12.5 the other time. I don't want to make it to waste the clothes this time around. So this is 12.5. I don't need the length of 12.5. Let me just minus 2.5 away and make it 10 inches, because you know I'm going to shorten the length of the flare. So let's just, so that I won't waste clothes. Someone said what they love much about my video is that I know how to manage. Thanks for that comment. I really appreciate that. So let me just fold it again so that it will set. Then, all right. So now, let me make it 10 inches. So if I minus 1.5 from that 10 inches, it will give me 9. So it's still okay. So I need 7 plus 1.5. That's 7, 8. Let me just use it 9 inches. What I'm adding is I'm adding the length of my flare plus what will give me the curve of the sleeve. Let me just approximate it to be 10 inches. So let me just cut this out. Hope you are understanding me. I don't want to waste the clothes at all. So now I will get my 1.5, which will give me the curve of the sleeve, which will give me the circumference of the curve of my sleeve. If you are seeing it. Then on top of this, and I'll measure my 7 inches. I added half inch to that one. I also had half inch here, making 7.5. I see it, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. So hope you understand it now. And let's check the curve of our sleeve again. It's giving us it's giving us 3 inches. Then let's cut. So let's cut it. You also cut at the back of your chalk. So I've cut the tip of the mouth out also, which is the 1.5. Then this is it. You can see the material is drying a little bit. So let's calculate it whether it is up to. You can see. Hope you are seeing it. If you remove it also, you see it is 2. So we've cut the 2 flare sleeve. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? You can see the difference. At least you can see it. You can see the way it is. Are you seeing it? That's for one sleeve, white base. This for the second sleeve. This is what I'm driving out. Are you seeing it? Listen, it's going to be here. It's going to be here. So then I will also cut the lining, which I'm going to be using the doll face to cut the lining. I'm also going to use it the way I'll cut it the way I cut that. So after cutting, I'm going to show you. I'll also fold it the way I folded that into 2 and cut it the same way. I'll show you after cutting. Just stay tuned. So this is it. Then I want to cut it out. You can see the way I placed it also. So I'll show you after finishing cutting the second step also. I'll show you the way it looks like. Thank you. Yes, someone was asking me that how did I get the 1.5? Do you know the circumference of this the curve, the arm curve is 12. So I divided the 12 into 4, which is 3 inches. Do you get? So this is I'm looking for what will give me that 3 inches. What gave me the 3 inches was 1.5. Then I took my tape this way. Then it gives me the circumference of the curve, which is the 3. 3 in 4 places gives you what the 12 you are looking for, which is the circumference of the curve of the sleeve. So all you need to do after cutting it is just take it to your machine, rather. You know, this is the front of the doll face, which is a shiny place. You place it like this. You do it this way. you place the front on it, because when you turn it in, the front will be the shiny one that is on top, not the dull one. Do you understand? Just take it to your machine, put it this way. Are you seeing it? Then join half inch round. Take your machine, just join it half inch round. That's after joining it, you know, you sew your sleeve half inch here, 1 inch here. You know what I said, the curve is 6 inches. Sorry, this 6 inches here. I see it. Then you take your flare after you join it with the lining. You take it like this. After you've torn it, rather, take it. You see? Just look at it. See? Are you seeing it? Did you see it? So, hope you understand it very well.